Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now. Earlier today, Apple had a series of announcements, including updates for their latest operating system, macOS 10 10.7, also known as Lion. And probably the biggest part of this announcement wasn't the features, because that was actually discussed a few months back. The biggest part of the Lion announcement was that, it's shipping in July, which is about a month away from the time that I'm recording this video. No. The biggest part of the announcement is that you will never get your hands on it, because they're not actually going to ship Lion on a disk or anything. You will have to download it through the Mac App Store on your desktop, assumedly running Snow Leopard. So, that's kind of big news. A full-on operating system available for $30, which is kind of nice, to tell you the truth. And for anybody who sits there and says, "Oh, well, it's nice that you charge for service packs," well, I hate to tell you guys, usually the people complaining about that are people who are diehard Windows users, and that's fine. I love Windows as well. But Windows 7 is a service pack for Windows Vista. Just FYI. It's a little insider information there. So $30 for a full-on upgrade, a new operating system with tons of new features. I think we're going to dive into it here in just a couple of minutes. I've got my analysis juice behind me, too. Screensaver's going to kick in. By the way, cross-platform screensaver, Electric Sheep. The speaker ended up coming, or I'm sorry, not the speaker, the creator of this particular open source screensaver cross-platform came to speak at GnomeDex, Scott Draves, and that video is also on the YouTube channel. Either way, this operating system update will not be available in the stores, just online. 4 gig download, I hope you have broadband, and I've also got 74 Macs in my house. Wait, sorry, 75. And that would be expensive to upgrade each one. So hopefully they have a decent price on the family pack, probably around $119 to upgrade, however many machines that I need to upgrade. We will see. I don't know what they're going to do. They haven't really limited us in terms of where we install macOS 10 before, but now that it's tied into the Mac App Store, we shall see. Either way, let's go ahead and dive in. Now, I'm not the kind of guy who likes speculating. I don't like talking about products that haven't shipped. I don't like talking about products that I don't have. I absolutely don't like doing that. The reason why I'm doing it now is because so many of you keep asking, what do you think? Fine, I appreciate that, and I appreciate the fact that you're asking for my opinion, so I thought I'd jump into it here. Nobody has the bits, at least officially. If you're a developer, then yes, you've got access to early bits of Lion, downloadable through the Mac App Store. But I thought, well, why not just jump through the webpage, or I guess the part of the website on apple.com that they updated today with all the latest information on macOS 10 Lion. So, in a month's time or so, we will actually be doing a live install, initial impressions, and whatnot related to the macOS 10 Lion upgrade. I'll be upgrading at least a couple of the Macs here that I know of, so long as I can... Oh, I just thought of something. I won't have to go to the store. I'll just be able to download it. Hope Comcast doesn't mind. Okay, so you've probably already seen the screencasts before. You can go to the website too, okay? I'm not holding anything back. I'm just telling you what I think right when I see it, the things that jump out to me. This, of course, is at apple.com/macOS10. And for all of you wondering, X there, it's not Mac OS X. Sorry. Anybody who says OS X, they don't know what they're talking about. It's OS 10. So Mac OS 10. Right there on Apple's website. You can look at it right now. Go ahead. You don't have to listen to me. First of all, we've got a nice little screenshot here, and I'll dive into that feature in just a second. Launchpad, as I zoom in here, is very iOS-like. It reminds me a lot, as well as it reminds everybody, of the iOS screen with all the apps. So now all the apps that you have installed, either downloaded or on your own or through the Mac App Store, will be right here. And look, there's a few really good apps as well. DJ, we reviewed that app before. Of course, we've got Things, Evernote, a couple of apps that we've also reviewed, and a couple of other Apple apps sitting right inside. Oh, and yeah, did you see this? Folders for the apps and subfolders. Don't know how well those are going to work, because I have like thousands upon thousands of apps. Either way, it's kind of nice. Launchpad, I don't know if I'm going to get that much use out of it, but for new users, think about them. Think about them for just a minute. I think they're actually going to like this. certainly my mom is going to like it when she gets her first Mac this summer. And now it's official. She's going to try using a Mac, using Windows all her life. My dad still loves his Windows. My mom loves the simplicity and ease of Mac OS X, and now I think she's going to like it even more. So, you want to talk about dangerous situation there? My dad's a Windows user, and my mom will be a Mac user. Boy, I thought the fights were fun to begin with. This is going to really kind of kick it up a notch. Full screen apps. This is one of the reasons why Mac OS X Lion should work well on smaller screens, like a MacBook Air, say. And I think this is actually what they're demonstrating a screenshot on the MacBook Air. You can go full screen, maximizing the pixel space. In fact, if I wanted to, I could go full screen right now using my web browser of choice, Google Chrome. This is nice that they've included this particular feature inside of some default apps inside of Mac OS X, and certainly will be available by way of the API. The Mac App Store, we already know about that. I actually kind of like it. At first I was like, why? Here's why I like it. So as I launched the Mac App Store, and some people don't like it for some reason, or I guess I don't type Mac App Store, I just type in App Store, but I'm trying to clarify the difference between App Store and on iTunes App Store versus the Mac App Store. The reason why I love it is, number one, I get an overview of all the software that needs to be updated. Oh, look at that. Comic Life 2 needs to be updated. Awesome. I press the button. It's done. Well, actually, I would have to log in. I'm not going to log in right now. It's kind of safety issues that you don't want to update the software. You wouldn't have to. But it shows me a list of all the software that I've acquired through the App Store. So I could pull up my account on a different machine. My MacBook Air, MacBook Pro, iMac, whatever, and I can get access to the same utilities. I love it! So instead of having to hunt down the licenses, I've got a full record of everything that I've acquired by way of the App Store, and that is convenient! I love it! That's nice. That is the reason why I like the Mac App Store, because I happen to have more than one Mac. I probably far more PCs in this house than I do Macs, but that's a different story. That's a different video. Either way, it looks like it jumped us back to there. Yeah, the Mac App Store, I guess that was the last part. So let's see what's new. And again, you've probably already seen the screencast here. The multi-touch... let me try it again. Hang on. Maybe take a sip of the analysis juice. Analysis-y. That's what they called me in school. You analysis-y! We've got multi-finger gestures, so you can view mission control, and that's kind of like their expose or task switcher. They kind of ramped it up a bit, and that was the first screenshot we saw before. 3 fingers up. Switching between open apps. 3 fingers to one side or another. Kind of nice. A nice little task switcher. 2-finger scroll. We're kind of used to that by now, and I use use 2 fingers to scroll right now, but the way I scroll in and out or zoom in and out on Mac OS X is I hold on to Control and just do a 1-finger scroll. Tap to zoom, and it looks like 2-finger tap to zoom, pinch to zoom, and then swipe to navigate. So if I'm browsing the web, then if you got to hold your hand just like that, because if you don't, the Apple police come after you. I hear that's hearsay. Full screen apps, mission control. Again, this is very expose-like. They kind of adjusted a bit more. Hopefully, more people will start using it. I don't really use expose all that often, and maybe that's just me. Another new feature in Mac OS X Lion. Resume, so you can close an application and pick it up right where you left off, which is kind of nice if you close apps and open them up frequently, or say something happens, you restart the Mac, you can jump back to where you were before in any of the apps that support that particular feature. Autosave, bravo. They've made this system-wide. Awesome. Versions, bravo. Now, here's the thing. Windows has actually had, a document revisioning system for a while. It has. The problem is, you can't use it! No, actually, I take that back. You have to have a degree in rocket science to use it! Not so much with versions in Mac OS X. And really, that's the difference, right? It's not about necessarily being first. It's about doing it so that people can use it. Just saying. Okay, I'm sorry. It looks like I'm looking off camera. There's someone sitting behind the camera right now, and they're making fun of me. They're going... I know that's what you're doing right now, too. And if I had a webcam and I could look through there, I'd be like, She's making faces at me doing the lion thing here. This is something that a few people on Twitter, this particular feature, AirDrop, were saying was a Dropbox killer. They apparently didn't quite understand how AirDrop is going to work. Essentially, it's like Dropbox in the sense that you can scout your local network within about 30 feet or so, and it'll pick up, you don't even have to be connected to the internet, it'll pick up other Macs, and then you can automatically start sharing files with them, which is nice for team environments when you want to do ad hoc sharing. Very cool. But that's not Dropbox. Dropbox is over the internet, dude. Like, I can share with anybody, and down to file level permissions and everything, folders and whatnot. This is not a Dropbox killer. It's nice. I don't know if I'm really going to use it all that much because I don't have a lot of friends. But it's a nice feature to have. AirDrop, being able to share files back and forth. Hopefully, you would want to share files that way with people that you know. Mail is hopefully getting a few updates, including looking a lot more like its iOS version, specifically the one on the iPad. But you can allegedly toggle the view back to the classic Mail view, and I'm hoping for that because I use Mail currently as the Mail app on Mac OS 10, and I love it. It's been the best Mail app I've seen and used, for years. Outlook 2000 was my favorite of all time, and started to use Mail when I switched over to Mac OS 10. Conversation threads, all the same, and they've got even more. Actually, should I jump in? At this point, they talk about Mail a little more, see more of your messages, full screen, the power of preview, so now you can preview files in line, searching smarter, so they've got easier ways of searching messages. It's faster. Conversation view, which is very, very nice. Oh, that's 250 new features in macOS 10 Lion. Sorry, let me go back. Scroll out a little bit. Oh, and this is another thing that you might want to know. Every edition of macOS 10 can also be turned into OS 10 Lion server. So you can actually have a server in your home and not have to pay anything more for it. It's like a part of macOS 10 Lion now. I mean, you can turn that on. It doesn't come on by default that I know of. But you can do things like control more of what's happening in your home network or your work network if you happen to have this at work. So let's go ahead and go back. Oh wow, they've got, holy cow. Okay, this is the entire page. The 450 features. I'll get to that in a second, I guess. Oh no, I guess I'm going to dive into it now. That was the overview. Gosh, there's just so much to explore here. And I love diving through this because you get to find out different things that they don't really put on the box. A lot of stuff. Oh, high-resolution cursor. In Lion, the cursor is crisp and sharp at larger sizes. Nice. This is a small touch. Picture-in-picture zoom, so that you can see a zoomed area in a separate window while keeping the rest of the screen at its native size. Choose to have the window follow the cursor or keep the window in one place, so you can do a picture-in-picture. That's nice. High-quality voices. Yeah. Address book's got a new look. iPhoto faces, so you can put a face to a name you find at a glance. Yearless birthdays, so now you can add birthdays to your contacts without including a year. Social network profiles. This is a big deal. You can now add Facebook, and I know Twitter is also coming, and that's in a future video I'm about to record. FaceTime calling, that's included. Improved Yahoo support. AirDrop, send files wirelessly to anybody around you. No setup or configuration. No network required. Automatic discovery. Drag and drop file sharing. Secure file transfer using TLS. That's the encryption. Firewall protection, AirDrop visibility, Apple ID and identity, and canceling transfer. Ooh, canceling transfer is a feature. Apple script updates, autosave, save as you go, duplicate a document, lock documents, Automator. Oh, nice to see they haven't abandoned that yet. It's got a few new features in there, including built-in system-wide services for Terminal, if you still love the command line. Electronic distribution, byline for the Mac App Store, installs in place, install on authorized computers. Authorized computers. Not exactly sure what that means, because I've purchased my Macs outright, and so hopefully I am authorized. FaceTime, ring anywhere. Whenever someone tries to reach you, the FaceTime calls rings through every Mac you own, even if FaceTime isn't running. That's nice. HD video calls if you have the FaceTime HD camera. File Vault 2, full disk encryption, yay. Now that's a big change. Now it encrypts the entire drive. That's a good thing. Strong encryption, XTS AES 128 encryption to secure the data. High performance. They say it can encrypt and decrypt the data on the fly with an imperceivable or an imperceptible performance impact. Optimize initial encryption, instant wipe, external drive support. That's a nice update. Because previously a lot of Windows users have been loving what is it, BitLocker, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't used it since like Windows Vista, but now we find the same thing in Lime. Finder. I don't know if they finally FTFF'd, but and if you don't know what that acronym is, look it up. FTFF. All my files, so you can instantly view all the files on your Mac. Sort files, gesture navigation, search suggestions, search tokens. So you can change the scope of your search. Merging folders. When you try to combine two folders with the same name, the Finder now offers to merge them into a single folder. Group as, folder, item, drag files, keep both files. So previously it would say, hey, you're overwriting a file, what do you want to do? Now it just offers to keep both files, appending the word copy to the name of the new file. Full screen apps, including menu hiding, full screen dashboard. iCal has got a new look. Quick add from, it looks like it would likely be up here in the either in the search phrase or in the search portion of iCal, or potentially through the dashboard. Day view, heat map, year view, Yahoo Messenger, in iChat, unified buddy list, which is nice, unified status, buddy search, movable tabs, iPhoto Faces, service plugins, which is kind of nice. So you can download. They're basically saying third-party developers can create iChat apps. Internet restore and utilities built into Lion, so you can built-in restore partition, allowing you to repair or reinstall OS 10 without the need for disks. Browse the web with Safari. Recovery mode includes the Safari web browser, so you can check your email or browse Apple support site. That's kind of nice in recovery mode. That's convenient. Just think about that for a second, right? Have you ever had to like recover a hard drive and they at least allow you to browse the web while you're doing it? That's kind of cool, admittedly. Those are the features I actually kind of like. Launchpad, delete apps, drag favorites from the dock, organize with folders, blah, 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 blah. Mac App Store, kind of already gone through all that. Oh, push notifications. Developer can now use the Apple push notification service to deliver alerts to users. Nice. Mail, widescreen layout, redesigned message header, conversation search tokens. I'm looking inline controls. That's nice. Formatting bar, custom labels. Exchange 2010 support, because I use an Exchange server. Exchangification, mission control, gesture navigation, expose, custom desktop pictures, bind an application to a space. People have been wanting that for a while. Well, actually, you could do that before, kind of. I mean, maybe they've, kind of done it differently now, because you can set an application to launch into a certain space. But now each desktop space can have its own desktop picture, and I know that's new. Multi-touch gestures, we already covered that. Networking, low power wake, so now you can wake up services like file sharing, backup, and more without the need to turn on a monitor or attach USB devices. Captive network, when connecting to a network that requires authentication, Lion presents a window allowing you to log into the network. Now, Lion now includes support with for NFS v4 and the big deal, SMB with DFS. So it supports DFS URLs, drill down, fall over, and reconnects when connecting to Windows file servers. I just linked to this the other day. They're updating the way that Mac OS 10 connects to Windows PCs. That's not. I don't know if that's fully covered between those two, but that's certainly nice for those of us who live in both worlds. Photo booth, full screen photo booth, new effects, trim video clips, gesture navigation, high resolution photos. I love the high resolution photos. Preview, full screen, smart magnify, at a glance. You can view a ton of documents, including Office and iWork documents, even if you don't have those programs or apps installed. Privacy, per app location services, location icon will appear in your menu bar if the app is requesting it. Privacy preferences, so you can enable or disable location services and diagnostic and usage data collection. Nice. QuickTime Player now allows you to rotate clips. New sharing options including Vimeo, Flickr, Facebook, iMovie, and Mail. Full screen QuickTime. And you can even switch away to another app while your video continues to play full screen. Awesome. Show clicks on capture, because you can do screen captures. You could do that before. Export audio only. See here, capture region of the screen. Oh, okay. It used to just be full screen. Now it's, oh, cool. So now you can do just part of the screen. They make it really easy for screencasters. Mac OS 10 does, or I guess Apple does. You can combine multiple clips into a single movie. Nice. Resume, apps resume when launched. System resume on restart. Clean start. You could probably be half this stuff you could read on your own, guys. I don't know why I'm recording this. Is anybody even paying attention to this part of the video? I'd be shocked. Now I can't visit the web. I need to watch your video. You're on the web, dude. Tap to zoom Safari, full screen Safari, improved graphics performance, downloads list, drag and drop downloads, Sandboxing, sweet. It looks like they've updated a ton of HTML5 support, including MathML, the web open font format, CSS3. Remove all website data is a new feature. Private autofill, new process architecture, meaning that it would be more stable if something crashes. Screen sharing, per user screen sharing. So now you could log into another computer, even if someone else is using it, log in with your account, and they wouldn't know that you were using the system. It's nice. So again, you could log in to your separate account on another Mac, and even if someone else was logged into their account on that Mac, you could control your user account on that Mac at the same time that they were controlling their account on that Mac. If it works, I'm very impressed. Observe only mode, so you just watch the stuff. See your security, application sandboxing, more secure, enhanced runtime protection. So it's now available for 32-bit apps, as our heap memory protection, making 64-bit and 32-bit apps more resistant to attack. Spotlight, you can now drag and drop from the menu. Quick look results, search the web, and search Wikipedia. For the system, looks like, let's see here. Windows migration. With OS X Lion, you can migrate all the information from your old PC, or new PC, to your new Mac. Lion automatically transfers your documents, contacts, calendars, email accounts, and photos stored in Picasa and puts them in the appropriate location. Let's see here. Interesting things about this Mac. New quick look types. Gesture navigation and quick look. Full screen chess. Okay, that's a feature. Profiles. Push notifications, I already mentioned that. Double tap 3 fingers to select a word or phrase in an EOS 10 application and look it up. Oh, that used to be Control-Command-D. Maybe that shortcut will still work. System preferences, set up online accounts, so it looks like it's managed centrally now. New Magic Mouse and trackpad preferences, scroll direction preference, so you can change that if you want. You can turn, and some people are complaining about that because they reversed it to be more like iOS, and you can turn that back on if you want. New desktop pictures, custom desktop color. Finally, I can make it black, without downloaded graphic. Turn app indicator lights on or off. Text. Character picker. So accessing accenting characters is easy now. Improved autocorrection, so it works a lot like iOS. Vertical text is now supported. Apple Color emoji font. So a color emoji font lets you display emoticons using Japanese wireless messages and web pages. Awesome. I didn't know that. That's I mean, I know what emoji is, but I'm glad it's now supported in macOS 10. Let's see here. Text edit's got some new features. Time machine, combined timeline, encrypted backups and local snapshots. Unix, new status controls, new appearance controls, blah blah blah. Versions, we've kind of this stuff just goes on and on and on and on and on and on. Oh, here you go. Resize from any edge. You can now resize a window from any side or corner. Happy? Overlay scroll bars. I like that. That means the scroll bars only appear when you use them. Love that. I hate scroll bars. Interact with photos in screensaver. Oh, that's cool. So you can pause and manually flip stuff. Interact with iTunes artwork in screensaver. Okay, cool. Well, there you go. High-level overview of what we can come to expect in macOS 10 Lion. I'm certainly looking forward to the upgrade. 250 new features. I haven't been disappointed with any update for macOS 10 since I started using it hardcore with Tiger. And I got to tell you, this is the thing that shocked me the most about upgrading macOS 10 through the years. Normally, when you do a round of upgrades, your system gets slower. I've discovered that my Macs get faster or seemingly do not lose any bit of performance when I update the operating system. That was true from Tiger to Leopard, Leopard to Snow Leopard, and will hopefully be also true with going from Snow Leopard to OS X Lion here in a few weeks. One thing to note, Core Duo chips and earlier are no longer supported. You have to use Core 2 Duo. And to tell you the truth, I think I only have one Core Duo machine in the house. That's the old Mac Mini. So one of them will not be updated to Lion. Oh, boo-hoo. It was, 5 years old? Oh my God. Apple can't, keep holding things back forever, right? So, yeah, those are some caveats, some things to look forward to, things that I'm certainly looking forward to. And here's the question. And honestly, I don't even know if I have an answer to this right now, but I'm going to ask you this. What are you looking forward to most in macOS 10 Lion? Out of all this or beyond, what do you think you will soon begin to not be able to live without? Just curious. Let me know. Chris@Perillo.com. Drop me a line. @ChrisPerillo on Twitter. Facebook.com/ChrisPerillo. And you know what? It's just easier for y'all to head over to my Empire Avenue page. Seriously, because I have all the links up here. Like there's my Twitter link, my Facebook link, the Facebook fan page. Not this one. This one I'll never add you. This is my personal Facebook. LinkedIn if you're professional, and I know you. If I don't, I'm probably not going to add you there. Flickr, YouTube. I mean, they're all connected right here in my Empire Avenue profile at empireavenue.com/Perillo. And right now, the stock price is $209.58. Now this is actually not even right now. Before I started doing the video, I had it. This is what the price of the stock was now 0.58. Now it's 0.69. You could have been earning eaves if you had just invested in me at the beginning of me recording this video. But no, you waited. EmpireAvenue.com/Perillo. Chris.Perillo.com is the blog, and then of course we also have a live video feed where you can see me freaking out in front of the web camera. Got a geeks sitting in the chat room. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, at live.perillo.com. We'll see you later.